everyone, and welcome to episode 3. I just wanted to let you all know that I'm going to be getting better recording equipment soon, so the quality of the sound will be going up. I hope everyone is doing well today. I myself have had a shitty day. It's very late and I just got back from the police station, but that's going to be in a different episode. I'm going to start a separate series on the same podcast, a day in the life of where I talk about all the crazy things that I have to deal with in my life. So if you're interested in that, then keep an eye out. But today, since I've had a shitty day, I'm going to do one of my favorite things to do when I've had a bad day. And I'm going to bring you with me on that journey. And one of my favorite things to do is go to the Entitled People subreddits and Am I the Asshole subreddits. And even if I've had a bad day, I still feel grateful that at least I didn't have to deal with these people, Like, I have my own crazy that I have to deal with, but at least I didn't have to deal with these people. So, we're going to be reading and reacting to some of these posts. Right, so I've just barely skimmed these posts that I'm going to be reading on here because I want to be reacting, how I would react if I just read it one time. There's a couple that were pretty short and I've already read them and I found them like absurdly hilarious. So hopefully you will enjoy them too. The first post is from the Entitled People subreddit. And the title of the post is Thanksgiving guests brought to-go containers, put them next to their plates at the table, and casually filled them up through the meal while acting like it was perfectly normal. I mean, come on. So the poster wrote, my boyfriend's cousin brought her mother, her boyfriend, and his 2 kids in their late 20s over for Thanksgiving. We've celebrated a few holidays with them at the cousin's house over the last few years, but our conversations have always been strictly small talk. We don't really know them well, but they seemed like nice people. They didn't do this at the cousin's house, at least not in our presence, so it was a surprise. We had no problem inviting them. It was their first time at our house. But yeah, these folks apparently thought this was okay. Nobody said a word about it. The only thing I could think of to say was, what the fuck are you doing, assholes? But couldn't bring myself to say it in front of a bunch of old people at Thanksgiving. If that was me and my mom or dad was at the table, they would have been the first to say something to me, and they would have not said it privately or nicely, regardless of my age. This dad did a very bad job of pretending not to notice it. The cousin and her mom were clearly embarrassed, but did nothing. Oh, and they went into the fridge without asking. Again, these are basically acquaintances in someone else's house for the first time. They got lots of side eyes from everyone at the table, but that's it. I was actually hoping one of my boyfriend's aunties would tell them off. It would have been very entertaining. At first, I was mad at myself for not saying anything, but now I'm glad I didn't. We see these people twice a year for a couple of hours at the very most. We still had plenty of food, and I would have given them what they took anyway. The old folks really enjoyed getting together again, and I'm glad I didn't ruin it. They're never setting foot in this house again, though, obviously. I mean, I just like the audacity of some people to just legitimately bring like your own to-go containers and fill them up at the table while everyone is eating is just insane to me. I can't imagine someone doing that. But, it's a creative solution if they don't have food at home, I guess. In my experience at Thanksgiving, like basically everybody gets some leftovers because there's just so much food, but that's just that's just another level. So moving on. This next one, oh, I read it already because it's quite short, but it's so hilarious. It's a Tinder bio of a man looking for a woman. And he says, I'm looking for a woman with conservative values, pro-life, 2A, and liberal. Please be 5'2" to 5'6", 105 pounds to 115 pounds, 32B to 32C, size 12 to 16 waist, and size 6 to 7 feet. Be fun but down to earth. Be manicured, pedicured, and keep yourself fairly clean. Your attire should be 80% casual and 20% formal, but be into wearing costumes in bed. Be trustworthy, honest, and also into movies, road trips, and family stuff. PG stuff with others and RXXX with me. You must also have or love dogs and no kids. 18 to 26 years old. I have to wonder, like, what exactly is this guy offering, for this? And also, it sounds more like he's describing one of those AI sex dolls from China rather than a real person. See, this is good. I'm starting to feel better already. I hope you are too. I seriously hope if a girl matching that description actually read that bio, that she ran far and fast, because that guy seems crazy. And by the way, it says that he's 5'5". So he's asking for a girl who's 5'2" to 5'6", and basically perfect. Anyways, this next post is looking for a babysitter. And I've seen quite a few of these posts, and I don't understand why people think that they can get free labor, and honestly, would you want free labor if it's a stranger looking after your children? I don't know. That seems like a little bit, Anyways, so the post reads, looking for a babysitter in the area. PM me if you're interested. Here are my requirements. 1. Have a bachelor's degree in childcare or 9 years of relevant babysitting experience. 2. 3 good references with phone numbers. 3. Full-time availability including weekends. 4. Your own car and driving license. 5. Native English speaking and preferred second language to teach to my children. 6. CPR certified, ideally a CNA license. 7. No history of traffic tickets and no problems with the law. I will be running your name through databases. 8. No tattoos, no drugs, no alcohol, no sketchy social media behavior and or public pictures. 9. Must be okay with my 2 pit bulls. 10. Must be okay with emergency last-minute calls. 11. Perfect attendance 100% required. 12. Willing to pay for some snacks. 13. Will love to work with an infant, 3-year-old, and 5-year-old. So that's 3 kids. And number 14. Ideally will be a Trump fan. A Trump fan is a requirement. In exchange, I will be offering $10 an hour. $10 an hour under the table. It's like making $15 per hour normally, but without paying tax. So she thinks obviously that self-employed people don't have to pay tax. And she also thinks that when you do get taxed, they take 1/3 of your wages, which is just insane. And she's written serious inquiries only. It's like she wants people to be working a lot of hours, looking after 3 children for like, what, a few $100s a week? That's really crazy. That's really crazy. I don't know where people like come up with the ideas that this is reasonable, I just don't get it. This next one is a short post, and it looks like it was posted in the subreddit Choosing Beggars, and it looks like just a Facebook post, and it just says, so nice of you guys to give away so much stuff. I pray your kindness is returned 100-fold. If anyone has a weight set you'd ever like to give away, remember me. Or a 2010 or newer Jag, BMW, or Mercedes, I'd take that too. I'm just saying. Honestly, I don't know where people come up with, like, how they have, like, the balls to ask for this stuff is just insane. But, I guess if you don't ask, then you don't get, right? Okay, moving on. This is also from Choosing Beggars, and this girl is looking for a photographer. Her post says, I'm looking for a photographer. Photographer must have website, amazing portfolio, own studio, able to print all of my images and release digital gallery to me, variety of backdrops, provide props, 3 hours to capture every look I have in mind, must allow 3 outfit changes, must allow my man and his kids to get in a couple shots. I don't want to pay more than $100. So she wants like a really established, successful photographer to do hours and hours of work for her for $100. I just like, do people live on another planet than what I'm living on? Because I just don't understand how anyone can think that it's okay to ask someone to do that much work for so little money. Like, I just don't understand. I feel really sorry for like the photographers and other artists that have to deal with people who are like this. It's just I just don't get it. I just probably never will. This is another post from Choosing Beggars. And I actually have read this one. It's a Facebook post originally. And it says, I'm about to sign a commercial lease for January 1st, 2022. There's a lot of work to be done in the space. I will trade 90-minute aromatherapy, lymphatic drainage, massage, and feed you for help with moving, packing, unpacking, IKEA furniture assembly, plaster repair, sanding, painting, cleaning windows, kitchens, bathrooms, 400 square foot retail store design and setup, sourcing secondhand zero waste cash register, store shelving, etc. But wait, guys, because you get the 90-minute aromatherapy lymphatic drainage massage and you get food. It's worth that 90 hours of work. And also, the work needs to be done ASAP for grand opening of the aromatherapy wellness half-day urban retreats event yoga studio on February 1st, 2022. I can't wait, and I'm super stoked. Thank you, universe, for all of my wonderful tribe of family and friends. But she's not asking her family and friends to do this for her. She's asking in like a local community group. So she just wants someone to come like do all of the work for her. Or basically like a slave for a month, and she's gonna give them a lymphatic drainage massage and some food. Come on, lady, come on. So the poster wrote $200 for 1 bedroom, 200 square foot, wanted, live in handyman for family home in North Campus, Albuquerque. Okay. In exchange for a rent of 200 plus a deposit of 100, must have a valid ID, 3 references, verification of employment or ability to pay rent, must be vaccinated. Oh boy. Handyman expected to complete minor repairs and home chores and maintenance. 4,000 square foot home in quiet and safe neighborhood. 200 square foot bedroom behind the garage. Like, you can pay us to go sleep near the bins out back and also repair all of our stuff. Repair everything. in the house. Looking for a conscientious and responsible person. Must have a valid ID with like 3 references. Verification of employment or ability to pay rent. 6 months or longer agreement. 30 days written notice when moving out. No heavy alcohol use, please. No cigarette smoking in the house. No guns. Home used as home offices. Need quiet. How is he meant to be doing the repairs when they need it quiet in the house? What's he supposed to do? Hammer quietly? House security and privacy are very important. Full use of kitchen, laundry room, dining room, living room. So the handyman will pay me to repair my house and stay in a very small bedroom. Like, where do people, if they found somebody, then they got a really good deal. Not so sure it's great for the handyman, but wow. I mean, if everyone was doing that, then no one would need their homes repaired. I wonder if they allow pets. Isn't like being a handyman, like a qualified handyman? I'm pretty sure that you would have to have some kind of education for that. So, and you want him to pay you to do your house repairs. That's just, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. That lady's crazy. Anyways, the next post is off the Entitled Bitch sub. And I love the sub. I love it because sometimes the people who are posting are as entitled as the people that they're complaining about. And that's kind of what's happening in this post. So the lady wrote that she was in a hurry finishing grocery shopping. So let's read the post. I was in a hurry finishing my grocery list with only a few minutes to spare between my other errands. The lines on all cashiers are long. I finally chose the shortest line, and once my turn came, prepared to unload my cart when this guy gestured he wanted to go before me. He had 2 drinks on his hand, but I absolutely had no time to spare, so I said no. I thought that was it, but he was looking at me in disbelief and kept trying to put his item before me. I said, no, sorry, I am in a hurry, but no, he was still insisting that he has just 2 items. I told him, I am sorry, but I am in a hurry. He can use self-checkout register if he wants. No, he said he has to pay, which he can do there too, of course. But I really had no time to argue, so I finally just said, no, I'm sorry, while unloading my stuff. He didn't stop, and though he continued to complain to other people who were in the line, which was getting longer now. What's even more infuriating is that then the girls in front of me, who had their own large groceries too, then let this guy cut in front of them. They were busy chatting, so apparently they didn't mind chatting longer waiting for this guy. I guess it didn't matter to them that me and all the other people behind me had to wait longer in expense of their kindness. I was just too exhausted by that time to complain. The guy wasn't even in a hurry anyway. He was taking his time and all the time maintaining that he was entitled to go first because he only has 2 drinks to buy. It wasn't like it was a fast lane cashier anyway. This one makes me feel like the lady who wrote it is a Karen. And also, the guy is a bit of a Karen. Like, there's just 2 Karens here. And they both want to pay for their groceries first. But, like, it was kind. When people let you cut in line, it is like an act of kindness. It's not something that you're entitled to. And also, like, it was kind of those girls. So I don't understand why she put it in, like, the quotes. I just. It literally took like what 1 minute. I understand people are busy. I'm busy too, but like 1 minute is not going to kill you. But also a little bit of it didn't make sense because like if the people in front of her had a lot of groceries, the belts aren't really that long, and she also had a lot of groceries, and how was she unloading her stuff before the other people even started to have their order served? Like, just me trying to do the math of that is like that meme with that girl who's so confused and all the mathematical equations are going everywhere because that does not compute in my brain. Maybe I'm just confused, or maybe it doesn't make sense. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm gonna do one more, and if you guys enjoy this, then please let me know, and I will do more in future, because honestly, this is my favorite way to release a little steam after I've had a bad day, which happens more often than I like to admit. And if you do like my channel, then please subscribe or follow or whatever it is you do for the platform you're listening at. And I will give a bit of a trigger warning for this one, because it's one of the most disgusting and outrageous entitled people posts that I've ever read. And it was found on the Entitled Bitch subreddit, and it makes me very mad. So the title is, "I Don't Care That You're Dead." And the poster wrote, "This literally just happened. My neighbor's mom went into cardiac arrest, and they had ambulances, cops, firemen, paramedics, etc. filling up the street. Sadly, she passed only a few minutes after they got there. Kids are crying, dad is crying, we were crying, and cue the entitled bitch other neighbor. She goes up and has this exchange with the ambulance driver. Entitled bitch: How long are you going to be here? I have to work at 4:30. Paramedic: We're not sure, ma'am. We are in the middle of trying to save her life. Entitled bitch: I don't care. You're blocking the road and I have to go to work. Paramedic: Sigh. I was astounded that anyone could be so cold and unfeeling right in front of the family themselves. It's not like she has an important job like a doctor or something that needs her. She literally works in some crappy wage job and lives in a trailer. Wow. You know, first of all, I'm really sorry to that family that lost their loved one, because that's terrible. But this lady, to literally, like, she can obviously see that someone is, like, seriously injured, fatally injured. The police and the paramedics and everything is there. And she just, like, she blatantly said she don't care. I I honestly don't even know how to react to this one. Like, I don't have words. It's not even funny. It didn't make me like laugh and happy like I usually do when I'm reading this. It made me outraged. Like, you just want to throat punch that woman, right? For sure. Because like, who would say that? Who even would say that? I don't know, but this woman did, and that's crazy. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope it was as good for you as it was for me. I will be updating my recording equipment soon, so there should be better sound quality on my podcast soon. So if you did enjoy this and you'd like to hear future podcasts about this kind of thing or about similar things, because I do have many, then just let me know. Pop me a comment, pop me a message, or just like this. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.